Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another weather forecast here. This is actually breaking news. We are now possibly seeing a major tornado here, possibly in the out here into, I believe this is now Volusia County here in northern Florida, or really more like north central Florida here. We are seeing a extremely strong cell right here. And look at this here. Definitely a mesocyclone for sure, without a doubt. This is a supercell here. And again, look at this MSI or mesocyclone strength index. It's at 6,547. That is extremely strong here. And look at this. You can definitely see the rotation here on the hook right here where we have this rotation. Let me actually go ahead and pause it. This is where we are going to be seeing our rotation right here for sure. Again, you're going to be seeing this hook come in, and then you're going to be seeing, actually, no, it's going to be the, again, definitely be seeing, again, a ton of rotation with this, without a doubt. Again, you're going to be seeing this hook right here, and we're going to be seeing these winds and the index, of course. This is where we could possibly see the threat for possibly seeing any tornadic formation here. But again, this is definitely a tornadic cell, without a doubt. So if you know anybody in Volusia County near North Dayland, especially Dayland Southwest, that's where we actually have, again, that possibly big threat for seeing a tornado. We also have another tornado warning here. I believe this is now for Sumter County, and this expires again in it actually did expire a minute ago, so that is actually no longer due or anything. But again, they actually have extended this tornado warning now all the way up to Orange City, Lake Helen. So again, guys, this is going to be a major chance for seeing a tornadic. Of course, again, this is not going to be really a good system at all. Definitely seeing tornadic rotation, without a doubt. Definitely very, very defined hook as well. Again, without a doubt, we have all the ingredients here to possibly cause a tornado. Again, it is moving now at eastward at 38 knots. So again, it will be arriving in Lake Helen. It will be now arriving out here into the edge right here near Deltona, and within the next couple of minutes. So you definitely need to now watch out, as it is, again, possibly this comes a long track tornado, possibly heading all the way to Edgewater, Glencoe, I believe that's how you say it. So definitely, if you know anybody here around this area, please share the video to them or anything, so they can actually have really any information. But again, it looks like this cell is actually doubling in size right here now. Could possibly extend this tornado warning a bit more. But again, definitely looks like we are seeing this cell getting a lot bigger, connecting with any discrete cells out there. I believe this is now for any discrete cells meeting up in the Lake County now. But oh, look at this now. This is new. This is actually new. But let's go ahead and now check now here into the radar, shall we? Again, definitely seeing this really strong hook as well. Again, definitely you're going to be seeing this really strong cells right here for sure. A mesocyclone, or as known as supercell. Again, you're going to be seeing this hook coming in. You're going to be seeing this hook coming in this way right here. And then again, this is where you see this rotation. Again, this is where you get see that rotation. It's going to be, of course, for, again, especially West Dayland and Dayland Southwest. We have that a chance for a tornado, and I would not doubt again, we've seen half an inch sized hail in these areas again, or already actually, especially also just outside of this, we've seen half an inch sized hail. If we actually look at these reports and these storm tracks. Again, this is definitely a big threat. Again, if you know anybody here, we also have severe thunderstorm warnings go in the county south. This again, we are seeing a potential for this cell doubling in size. But again, this is definitely what we're looking at. Definitely a huge cell. Definitely has a really good chance for actually, again, causing a tornado. And this expires in 10 minutes. But again, this is now, again, definitely for Dayland, Orange City, Dayland Airport around 11 a.m. That's just when this tornado warning, again, they have now extended it. It was actually supposed to expire at 11 a.m. Eastern time, but again, they have now extended it, as, again, we are seeing a potential for extremely strong potential for tornadoes. So again, we're just going to be waiting on this, but again, it does seem, again, this rotation is not getting any better whatsoever. Looks like this potentially could have a touchdown within the next couple of minutes again, but definitely something there's something to worry about as well. And again, this is now just refreshed, but again, definitely you see it right here rotation definitely really strengthening here. As you can tell, it has now it now has an MSI of 5,364. So it does seem to possibly have gone down a little bit, and speed now only moving out eastward at 37 knots. So it has also slowed down, but wow, you can actually just see it right here. You can really see this rotation for sure. Of course, you can definitely see this rotation. It's actually very, very defined right here. As you can tell, it's just incredibly defined rotation. But the biggest threat is looking like we could have a touchdown anywhere near Dayland Southwest. We're possibly again seeing very large hail, and other bands again. We've seen half an inch sized hail, and we've seen half an inch sized hail already be reported out here into, of course, Volusia County, and also now it's been extended, of course, to Lake County as well. So then, major threat as well, possibly seeing a rotation out here as well, out here not far southwest of this. But again, this is again no joke. Very likely to potentially again see this rotation now heading towards Lake Helen. It is continuing to move again eastward, but again, just incredibly dangerous. It does seem that it has rotation, has weakened a little bit. Let's actually go ahead and check out what we're seeing here. So it actually does also look like the hook is not as well defined anymore. The flow is not as potentially dangerous as what we are indicating, but again, still potential for possibly spin up, very likely. But again, this is something we need to really watch out for, because again, we still have this now still at a really strong MSI, which is not what you want to see at whatsoever here again. And it's very people are probably underestimating this because they're again under a slight risk, which you don't really expect. And we actually now have a new tornado warning here with this potential cell. So again, we now have a new tornado warning here. This expires in 22 minutes for Lake Orange and Seminole County here. So again, we are having some rotation, very well defined rotation compared to what we saw actually earlier. Let's actually slow down this what we're looking at here. So again, as you can tell, we're definitely seeing also some rotation. It's actually a lot more defined than what we saw a couple minutes ago, which is actually why we have a tornado warning, because it does now look like likely to actually produce. But again, we still also have this rotation. It's still very strong out here as well in this Volusia County and Lake County. Again, we still have Lake Helen, Orange City still in the threat. You guys are most likely still want to now seek shelter. Still again at 5,300 MSI, and then this system now is a defined mesocyclone now moving east-northeast at now 40 knots, and it is actually now have a strength index or MSI of 3,500. So again, really high numbers. Again, it looks like we are also seeing a ton of rotation now as well, and now again into the as well, of course, is now expires in 20 minutes for Lake Orange and Seminole County. So again, we're definitely seeing a lot of supercells developing and a ton of rotation right here developing. It does not seem that this is actually worse than this. Seems like these are both potentials potentials for tornadic rotation, but this is the most recent one and seems to be the most active. Again, near Zellwood, Tangerine, Tangerine, all the way up to Heathrow. You guys really need to now seek shelter, as you guys are all under a tornado warning. Again, inside that severe thunderstorm warning. Again, now it's still moving now eastward at 37 knots. This system out here in Lake County, and I believe I forgot what it's called, Volusia County again. So it is about to expire in 5 minutes. We'll see if anything does expire actually, but now this is actually our focus right here. You definitely see this very well defined rotation. Yeah, you can definitely see this. It will be the spot right here for rotation as well. Again, definitely going to be seeing this area right here. Very likely to see a tornadic spin up, but this is definitely a tornadic cell. So again, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a tornado. It's just is a tornadic cell which is very likely to possibly cause rotation, but not necessarily touchdown. Could be again a little bit of spin up. Could be, of course, not necessarily for a touchdown as well. But again, rotation now has weakened a bit now here in this Volusia County and Lake County. Looks like you guys possibly in North Dayland, West Dayland, you guys have now passed the worst. Looks like you guys are looks like you guys are in the clear to possibly come out, but it would not do it once and you guys are actually out that tornado warning. That would not be the smartest thing to do unless you're out of tornado warning. It actually again now has weakened to 3,700 MSI and now going at a slower pace of now 36 knots eastward. So that looks like it will expire this tornado warning, but this tornado warning has still 18 minutes and it's very, very active. So again, very lucky on that one. That had a very good potential just from looking at it for a potential good tornado. But Zellwood, you guys need to go and shelter now. This is not the time to play around. You do not want to see this. You don't want to see this at all. I bet you tornado sirens have gone off already. But again, definitely seeing a very heavy rain report again just outside of this very heavy rain. Again, that was actually 10:49. You guys saw some rain reports, but again, it looks like rotation has. It was really scary when it was passing West Dayland Southwest, but it looks like the rotation just died down a little bit, or not a little bit, a lot. But this one for Tangerine and Zellwood, if you guys are in between this area, you guys do not want to be outside right now whatsoever. You guys want to seek shelter and stay there. And you probably hear tornado sirens. I don't exactly know if you guys have. Again, just north in Leesburg, again, we've seen there's also potential really strong bands, discrete cells, 53 knots here. And again, we still have the smaller one right here. That tornado warning does expire in the next 2 minutes, so it actually should not be extended whatsoever. It's already been extended once. But again, this tornado seems like this could possibly, likely to not be, it could possibly maybe be extended a little bit now to Longwood and Winter Springs, but that's a little too far to actually say anything necessarily. But again, if you know anybody here near Tangerine, Zellwood, and just these general counties, of course, and Seminole now, Lake and Orange County, of course, is very likely to possibly see again moving east at 45 to 50 mile per hour winds. Again, they're definitely likely for debris, straight line winds in front of this band or in front of this supercell. We will be seeing straight line winds, so you're going to be seeing a lot of damage in these areas, in your these eastern parts of the Seminole County areas and the Lake Orange County areas. But again, this should expire now in 1 minute. Again, that was very big potential for supercell, but this one has a potential as well to possibly definitely cause a lot of damage with debris. But it seems to possibly now actually be strengthening after close to now 4,700 MSI. So this is definitely now moving up to 40 knots here. So again, definitely seeing some low level delta velocity is up to 65 knots. So that's quite strong, as you can tell. But seems rotation, on the other hand, is possibly, again, looks like it is dying down. But again, this is now going to expire. So this is now, this tornado warning here now for Volusia County has been expired. So you guys seeing that you guys are now back just into a severe thunderstorm warning. But again, definitely this one also likely to expire soon in the next 15 minutes. Again, definitely something, a threat. Let's actually see exactly how far it is, this large potential rotation. Let me actually get that right here. So it's actually, I don't know if other thing's not working. Okay, it's about, again, around 6 kilometers away from Zellwood. Really, actually, no, it's actually closer at this point. It's actually closer. It's actually going right over Zellwood, this rotation. Let's actually see now Heathrow. You guys are potentially the next in the track here. It's around, again, around 22 kilometers away. Kiowa Springs up to 16 kilometers away. Again, does seem to possibly get moving. I believe it's moving, south, east northeast actually. So again, more Mount Plymouth, but actually seems to maybe be taking a southeastern turn here. But again, it seems rotation is possibly again dying a little bit. If we just look at general base velocity, again, as you can tell, it's quite strong, as you can still see as well. Accumulation array, as you can tell, definitely seeing a ton of accumulation now coming in. That's why they actually have issued that tornado warning. You can actually measure right here. Definitely seeing a ton of precipitation in these areas at a fast rate. Again, at the 20 30 millimeter. Sorry. So definitely seeing a ton of precipitation. And same thing while they also have, again, there's actually now new tornado warning now. Wow, we're just seeing a whole ton of tornado warnings. This is now new, actually, for other areas in Volusia County. It expires in 28 minutes for now Deltona, Edgewater, Lake Helen. So they've now added another tornado warning. So again, definitely seeing what we've seen, these really strong band moving in these areas as well. And let's actually continue now. Look at this radar right here. So yeah, as you can tell, this is still seeing a very defined hook. So not out of the woods yet. Still again moving east-northeast at 39 knots. But again, you're going to be seeing this rotation. So it looks like Zellwood and between Mount Plymouth. Again, you guys are in the threat for potentially seeing, of course, some spin-ups. Very large hail is likely. We've already seen quarter-sized hail in some of these areas reported. But yeah. This extension here for the Volusia County here for Lake Helen, Deltona, all the way up to Edgewater, getting all the way to the coast of here in the Florida area. So this one does seem again to have a potential large hook. As you can tell, you can possibly like circle this supercell. If you able to circle the supercell, this would actually be the supercell. That would be where you would. Again, that will be the supercell if you take everything out of the way. And again, you are seeing the defined hook as well. So seeing that inflow coming in. So that's why you have this rotation likely right here. You can just definitely see this rotation. It's very, very defined. You can just really see the inflow coming in. You can see that, again, that really dent in that system. So as where we see that inflow. And then that's where we see that, of course, the very strong wind as well. And that rotation. So that is, again, potential chance why we have that, which is very likely why we have that tornado warning. Again, still seeing, and now actually going straight, passing Tangerine, going straight over from Mount Plymouth, Zellwood. You guys are now not even close to out of the neck of the woods. It should be, again, moving at a very fast rate, as it is, again, moving up to around close to 40 knots. And then this system is moving up to 35 knots and has MSI of around 3,700, which is a very strong MSI, and we've seen up to 4,200s that have caused EF5 tornadoes as well of some 6,000s. So again, doesn't seem exactly a huge chance for this potential to see touchdown. Again, but there is that warning because there's a signs of possibly seeing these tornadoes. Look at this low level delta velocity there. That will be, again, up to 65 knots. That's just crazy. Crazy for this smaller little cell. Of course, it's not crazy like something we've never seen before, but again, so they've actually now added a new tornado warning, I believe. No, actually, this looks different, actually. Yeah, I feel like they've just added a tornado warning. It looks like a different shape for some reason, or they've extended a little bit of them here. But again, definitely seeing a lot of now heading again towards Zellwood. Now strengthened actually now at 4,800 MSI. So this does not seem like it's getting any better right now. Again, you can just see that hook. Wow, it's just crazy hook. You can see it right there. You can see where it starts, that cell, and then you have the inflow. So again, seeing that rotation, possibly going to be right there. Again, you see that strong, very heavy rain report right here. Again, really heavy rain. So again, very likely that this one is again going to be on the watch for a couple of minutes here. Again, this one seems it is falling apart. This one did not really seem it was going to have a huge potential. It did seem like it had a huge potential for the West Dayland and Dayland Southwest, but this one did not seem exactly as it is now, getting closer to the coast. So again, this one seems like it should be taken away soon. It is, again, expires in 23 minutes, but this one's the really big potential here, as you can definitely see that hook, and it's actually now, look here and see this rotation. Oh yeah, you're definitely seeing a ton of rotation now. It actually seems, yeah, as you can tell, this rotation has actually strengthened right there, near, actually north of Zellwood. That is where things have gone really ugly, really fast. Again, this is where we have the rotation near Zellwood, so not pretty whatsoever. This with this cell, again, seems, again, it's just continuing to strengthen. This MSI is out, really, not really off the charts, but quite crazy though. So again, we're just gonna be monitoring this. Again, I'm just gonna be also posting this just so you guys can basically see what happened really out here into the Florida area with this, what gonna happen, and a slight risk. Again, this is crazy how I just got back from my run and I've already seen up to like 4 new tornado warnings, which is crazy. But yeah, it definitely looks like this mesocyclone here. Forgetting this, I believe I actually forgot what county it is. Okay, so yeah, for Lucia County, again, still that potential, but it's very, very low now. It seems that really rotation is really falling apart. Again, yeah, it's definitely starting to fall apart. Actually, no, you actually are possibly seeing another little maybe strengthening right there. That's actually very interesting right there in that cell. But yeah, it's very interesting right there. Seeing what's going on there. Again, it's actually strength. Oh yeah, it's actually strengthened up to now close to 4,000. It went down to like the 3,700. So both of these are strengthening. Yeah, this one's actually really, oh my god, this one's off the roofs. Look at this, at 4,400 now. This one definitely has a huge potential. Now this one is crazy right here. This one right here, just north of Zell, the rotation is just absolutely crazy. It's off the charts right here. This is getting really, really bad right now. We're seeing a ton of rotation now here near north of Zellwood. That is really, really something. Yeah, that's really crazy right now. Very, very likely. Definitely be seeing a lot of debris in this area. I believe we already have some type of debris ball. You can see the potential. When are different, again, definitely seeing, again, that definitely you see that huge those darker colors, pink and blue, now entering a couple minutes ago. Again, definitely gonna be seeing now the digital accumulation. You can definitely now see getting a whole lot worse here. Definitely see that rain intensity climbing off the roofs right now. Let's actually check really quickly. So let's actually see how high that, wow, that's crazy now, getting more than 30 millimeters. Definitely seeing some, definitely action, as you can really only word to say, a lot of action and a lot of stuff going on right here. But again, yeah, definitely seeing that cell actually strengthening now, as it is now moving closer into the Mount Plymouth area, south of Mount. It actually seems it's moving now northeast, so they could actually extend a new tornado warning for the county north of this. Very likely, as it is now turning possibly at a northeasterly direction. As you can tell, it seems to possibly move a little bit now to the east-northeast. That's what it seems like it's doing here. Yeah, it is now, again, moving now east-northeast. Again, still very little potential, really, for this one now. This one, again, should not cause too much issues. Yeah, it has now gone, still the same thing, up to now closer to 4,000. Should go down in the next update here within the next couple of seconds. But yeah, this one's really, really, what I'm really concerned about. As you can tell, it's not, this is not going to get any better. This rotation is getting a lot more defined. Distinct rotation, definitely. that threat. But yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on this. All right, we actually have now breaking news in this one. Actually, we are seeing rotation coming back now. Actually, outside of the county here, with the system now again, still has not updated to updating the next minute. But as you can tell, we are now seeing a lot more rotation now. Really now actually outside, forming outside the county. So South Smoothly, Spruce Creek, even Port Orange, you guys are in a threat. It should now actually now be looking at now. It's not moving now eastward, but now east northeasterly. So definitely seeing rotation now. I'm gonna really think there's gonna be a tornado warning that should be actually issued now. I actually don't exactly know what county this is. This would be for Seminole, parts of Seminole, and I believe that says Visalia County. That's what it says there. If I can actually check. Let's see, yeah, that'll be now for parts of northeastern Seminole County and central Volusia County. So it seems like there could be another warning now extended if this does continue to show a form of more rotation. That is something that we're very, very interesting here. And again, seems now rotation is continuing to be a threat here. Still, again, almost at 5,500 MSI. Yeah, definitely really crazy. As you can tell, you can just see these crazy bands, and it seems to be very crazy. All with this humidity, that all the energy was in place right off the Gulf Coast, off Florida, which it did push in, of course. Now, smaller. It all started north of Tampa Bay, and from here, it's just been really, really interesting. Again, everything's been starting here. As you can tell, we've been seeing up to a half an inch hail as far west as the coast. Out here, as far as the west is there. But again, 100% chance for hail in some of these bands, which is just crazy. Again, so we're still seeing this really big rotation. Yeah, it is now this new update. It is now seeming that it is continuing to see a ton of rotation. It actually seems this rotation is not getting any better. It actually seems it is strengthening this rotation a lot. And again, still watching this potential for an extension to a tornado warning here. It is, again, still showing the sign of tornadic-like rotation. And then we're continuing to now look. Oh, yep, they extended a tornado warning. I was right. They now just extended it right here. And just look at this hook. Look at the hook on this thing. It's just absolutely crazy, this hook right here. Actually, no, my bad. It's actually this way. This is just crazy. This is just absolutely, I want to say this is just absolutely crazy, but I just don't know how else to say this. So now, Winter Springs, Longwood, Forest City, you guys now have been added to it. I actually don't know exactly how long this video is going to be, because it is going to be just crazy right here. Just absolutely crazy.